that Fred? Okay, it's Wednesday, June 2nd, 2021. The Town of Dudley Conservation Commission meeting is now in session. Members, state your name for the attendance, please.
Nancy Vukovic.
Samantha Costello.
Richard Angelovich.
George Swindle.
Okay, thank you. First on the agenda is Attorney Kevin Canty, here to discuss. Yeah.
Okay, I'm here, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. I'm here with my neighbors, Randy Wheelock. We're here just as a matter of discussion of the situation or the issue at 52 Center Road. I abut the land trust, the Wheelock Woods Land Trust, which is a wetland, as you know. Land is in a butter there. We noticed that the notice of the wetlands violation went out on 4/1/20. It's now June
Yeah, he's been,
2nd.
just so you, I'm gonna give you a quick, for the last year since it's all been under this COVID baloney, and he has been to court with us twice. He's paid,
Through the building inspector.
with the building inspector, correct, he's paid a fine to us already. He is due to have all his paperwork to us by June 15th they gave him.
I have the actual file from the housing court
Okay,
here, and my
No, this was-
my reading of the order by the court was, this matter having come, this was his last order where he asked to remit some of the monies
yeah,
that he was ordered, and they remitted $2,500.
yeah,
You have to pay $3,500 to the town of Dudley, $1,000 to the Commonwealth of Mass. It says the case is now dismissed without prejudice.
Yeah.
My understanding of that is it could be resurrected if there's some
Correct.
other issue
which,
with it.
which in discussion with the DEP, because we actually called DEP on this,
That's what we wanted.
DEP said that they wouldn't come out because of COVID. They said they would wait till afterwards, which they are still, believe it or not, they are still not in the office yet.
I called.
Okay? They're not in the office. Okay? So, in discussion with them, we granted him time until June 15th to get his paperwork to us here, to file what he needs to file with us.
Notice of intent.
Correct.
As a point of information, what were the actual observations, the violations within the wetland as found by
That I
your
couldn't-
agent?
That I couldn't tell you because I haven't discussed what he found with, because he was there with the building inspector and he was on the phone with DEP, so I let it stay like that. That's Matt's job. He goes out, that's what he does for us. So we let him take charge of that matter with the DEP's blessing and the building inspector. What violations were, I think he put a building up. I'm not sure if it was in the wetland or,
We're not sure. There was an email exchange between him and
he's since hired
Kravosky.
Kowalski to come in there and delineate his wetlands and all that, so,
He filed an affidavit, the landowner filed an affidavit with the housing court in his effort to get his fine reduced. In that affidavit, he indicated that the Kravosky says, we didn't have a letter to that effect, saying that the buildings were not within the wetlands.
okay.
We need to know whether or not your agent went down and verified that, because
Matt has been there 3 or 4 times that I know of. He's probably been there more than that. But he's been there 3 or 4 times that I personally know of.
Have you walked on it? Vicki?
No,
No, you
no,
haven't? Good.
no.
given his track record of sort of pushing the goalpost back with the building inspector and not obeying the preliminary injunction there, and then giving notice again,
Yeah.
and then having a contempt complaint filed, then that's still not in compliance, and then waiting for the court to order him in contempt.
Yeah.
It just seems that you really have to verify everything that he does.
Yeah.
My understanding is that there was a gravel roadway put in there that may be within the wetlands. My question is, why hasn't it been remediated? Why hasn't it been removed? I looked at some of the statutes, the chapter, the 140, section 30, the one that he's found in violation of, that has criminal penalties in it. Also, chapter 270, section 16, that applies if this is
That's
within the
correct.
conservation restricted area.
Right.
He could be in court with a criminal complaint.
Right.
Why not?
He hasn't been there because in discussion with DEP, like I said, and I wasn't there with the discussion, Danny, I'm getting this from Matt.
I
So,
understand your position.
The
That's why-
DEP said to, if they wouldn't come out and deal with it, DEP doesn't like to deal with a lot of this stuff. They like the big fish, you know? And I don't mean that in a bad way or an easy way. It's,
Not
it is
everybody
what
on
it is.
Center Road was a big fan.
And they basically told Matt that to handle it here. So what Matt did with the DEP is they set out and they gave him a set of guidelines that he has to follow by. If he doesn't have that notice of intent to us by the 15th, then he triggers a whole nother set of process. Because at that point, I am pretty sure that the DEP will get involved, but when will they come out?
Do you think that you could have the agent contact us, just to give me the names of the contact people at the DEP?
Yep. Because the person that he was in contact with there, Denise Childs, has since retired about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So now there is a new
I know, I left.
woman involved, and I don't,
Nobody responded, so.
yeah, I don't know who it is, but I know Denise, I know for a fact that Denise was in Tennessee for the last 7 months, so.
I just want the commission to know that I'm not here acting as an attorney for anybody.
No.
I'm here as an individual
Yep.
citizen who's in a butter to the
Yep.
land trust.
You want Matt to call you?
I've already spoken to him.
Okay.
But it wasn't a satisfying conversation.
We'll
I wanted more details, and it was this.
Okay. Probably for a reason, okay?
Yeah, well, we're entitled to know what the facts are.
Yeah.
That's what we deal with.
I will make sure that,
In legal terms,
Yeah.
facts.
I will make sure that Matt gets a hold of you, or give me your number and I will,
508
yeah.
826 7448. I don't want anybody else from the town.
No. That's the one you called me on the other day. That's the one you called me on the other day?
It's already on cable.
I hear you, I know it, that's. I should have written it out on a note to you.
Now, how about the stuff that recently that he covered wetlands with the debris? Like last month he was, and I called, and
Excuse me 1 second. So I got a message from somebody I know saying they only hear music through the meeting.
I just showed you. There's no audio.
They're only hearing music, so you're not hearing us talk.
Great.
So we really need to fix the,
Well, they've had trouble with
You got a
this.
reprieve.
Oh, they've had trouble with this system, because the last meeting we had trouble too, right, Fred? The planning board meeting too, last week we had trouble with this. And for some reason, the volume,
Okay, I
Yeah,
mean,
so-
that's, we just want to see that there's some progress being
oh no,
made,
it's,
and that he's held to account. Okay?
this is, it's serious right now with him.
Right.
He's, like I said, he's got,
I have some information from, third parties that he's
Yep.
dumping, not only pushing dirt over and stumps and things into the restricted area, but he's also, there's mattresses down there and everything, which would fall within the statute.
absolutely, of course it does, no doubt. Yes,
Well, I just want to say, so I'm assuming on the next meeting, he's be filing his notice of intent, because that'll be after the next 50, after the 15.
that is correct.
So can I just ask to make sure that Matt Morrow is here for that meeting?
Yep,
So because there's going to be a lot of questions about this case, okay?
yep, Matt was supposed to be here tonight, and I don't know if you heard, his daughter called me at 4:30 and said he was in hospital, but he was supposed to be here. He got bit by a tick last week, and I guess he's having some issues, so I don't know any more than that, you know.
Can I ask, does the agent test for toxins, pesticides in runoff?
Who does?
Does the agent or at your request test?
I don't know if he Matt is a certified chemist.
Yep.
I don't know if he tests or if we would hire somebody to test.
Given that what the landowner does, we don't know what he uses
Yep.
to support the crop. Right, so that's just maybe another question for him.
We'll find that out, because he can't use, well, is he growing hemp there? Is that what he's doing?
I don't know.
He was growing hemp. He was growing hemp
I
last
don't
year.
know if he has
Because, I
a
mean,
license.
legally, if he's growing hemp, he's not supposed to use any pesticide, any chemicals. That's
He-
totally legal.
I don't know if he has a license for this year.
Oh,
I know he's growing vegetables.
There's a website on that.
Yeah.
I don't know, he was up for renewal. I don't know the outcome of that.
is that renewal through the town, his license?
No, it goes to
No,
the
to the
commission,
state.
there's
Commission?
a separate committee
Okay, yeah.
in Boston.
Uh-huh, yeah. Maybe him being such a bad boy, he wasn't gonna get reinstated, maybe.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Oh,
Thank you
but the
very much.
15th, I will have Matt call you next week for sure, and I'll make sure you get the information you're looking for,
Thanks a lot.
okay? Thank you. Okay, next on the agenda is a notice of intent for 11 Sunrise Shores.
Are we technically allowed to go ahead without the audio?
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
Do you guys want me to talk into the microphone?
You can, the microphone will pick you up if it's working anyway. This is for John and Kelsey, Bocelli.
Yep.
Is, hang on a second, this is a public hearing, so I gotta open a public hearing for 11 Sunrise Shores at 6:19 PM. Okay,
Okay. So it's a vacant piece of land right now. We're proposing a two-bedroom house. We're limited by the nitrogen loading on the lot, so just two bedrooms. We located the edge of the water in March this year. And we also got it delineated. I'm not sure who did that, but we got it delineated. We have a 25-foot buffer. All of the work's outside the 25-foot buffer except for the well. We're kind of limited with where that is
Because
septic
septic's-
has to be
yep.
here, that has to be there. It was a pretty extensive survey out here to locate all the other wells and septics, but it does all fit with the setbacks. 100-foot buffers here. We have erosion control around all of the work. I think it's standard erosion control for Dudley. It's silt fence, straw wattles. We have a little detail of it.
there was an existing house there before, right? No, it was an empty lot?
Nothing.
It's just trees.
Do you have any issues, Nancy? Concerns?
How far away is the building from the water?
Building from the water. At least 50 feet. I'm seeing 25 foot, but I don't have the distance to it. So at least 50 feet.
That's pretty.
House is, the precedent set already, his house is
Yeah,
closer than that.
That's what mine is.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like any crazy grading. Just the slopes enough down on the side there.
They're not much.
They're
It's
not
pretty
much.
flat.
Yep. Yep, proposed driveway coming in right here, flat.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for the Hayden Pond Association, of which I was the former chair, is the concern would be just to protect the water, make sure that nothing gets into the water. The hay bales, the water, the straw bottles, and plus it's not a big lot, so it's
Down there, here it was.
and I presume you're gonna take the tree out of the water. Tree work.
Is that tree in the water?
Yes.
I wasn't aware of that. Yeah.
Well, it fell over in the storm last fall, and I didn't know when, and I just, because they're doing this, I'm presuming that they were just gonna clean, when they clear all the other trees.
Yeah,
Because they're gonna have to do a lot of cutting to get that house in there.
Right, right. All right, I'll mention it to them.
Yeah. I have no, as long as it all fits, it's just a small one. How wide is the lot across?
100 feet of frontage.
Yeah, 100 feet, Nancy.
Yeah. It's a 1,300 square foot lot. 13,400.
Right. See the little thing on the screen?
This thing's no sound.
No, the sound, guys, they're getting the big bars down tomorrow to straighten it out.
That's what it is. Yep, there's a motion, Matt said a standard order condition will be.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that we issue a standard order of conditions for 11 Sunrise Shore Road.
Second.
Okay, motion's made and seconded to grant a standard order of conditions. Oh, I gotta wait 1 second. Are there any abutters here to this lot? 11 Sunrise Shores. Are you in a butter to this lot that's being proposed, the house is being proposed there? It's, Pacelli's, correct. Do you have any concerns or anything with the? No. No? Okay. Okay, so a motion was made and seconded?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice to know they're looking forward to coming on to the pond.
Thank you.
I can stick around. Is there anything with mention Mobile Street? Are we waiting on Matt's comments?
We're waiting for Matt's comments on that. Have you guys answered any, has he commented before on any of it?
So I talked to Andy about it today.
Yeah,
I don't think he was aware of them or received them.
okay,
So what we can follow up with you guys.
okay, so we'll just continue this public hearing that's already open. Okay,
Yeah, we'll make sure we address that for the next one.
okay, what is your name?
Matt
Matt?
Carlson.
Okay, do we have a sign-in or sign up for?
I was not given one of those.
You have the key to the office?
For conservation, I have a key to, I think, all the rooms right now.
Okay. Could you go, oh, wait a minute, here we go, right there. There we go. There we are.
Yeah, Jen had everything ready for today for me, so.
I've got to run another meeting.
Thank you.
We took care of them.
Yes, you go down with that, okay.
Will do.
Okay, next on the agenda is request for determination of applicability for 13 Cottage Road. Mr. Zablocki? Just tell the board what you're anticipating of doing on your proposed lot.
All right, so there's a few trees we're gonna take down that we would like to take down. We're gonna put a retaining wall and a patio with a little fire pit in it. Eventually, we're gonna site it, but not this year. But it will be within the next couple of years.
What, siding the house?
Yeah, siding on the cottage,
Okay.
that's it.
So you're gonna put up a retaining wall, you said, over?
We're gonna put a retaining wall up where the driveway comes in to the property, like where the fire pit and the patio will be.
Above it or below it?
It'll be below,
Below the patio?
oh, it'll be above the patio, yes.
Approximately how far is that from the water?
I think around 30 feet, I believe. I gave a copy, I didn't keep one myself to it, so.
Yeah, your patio might be 30 feet from,
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah, it's right around there, somewhere in that area.
Did Matt go to see it?
I don't. His only commentary was with that was, he says, was he gonna do any machine work there? And I says, I don't know that.
Well, God's is gonna take out the stones.
Correct. That means if he's gonna take up the stumps. Because see, this here is filled out where this is showing a negative determination. But it shouldn't be a negative determination, it should be a positive determination.
Yeah, negative impact of anything, right?
Positive determination, negative impact, if anything, correct. He asked me if he was gonna do any machine work, and I said, I don't know that. You know, I didn't know that.
Are you gonna stump grind or are you gonna remove?
He has to remove one where the fire pit's going, and then the rest I'm just gonna leave up 4 feet, 3 feet, something like that. The others, because they're leaning over the cottage, you know, they're close to the cottage, so we like to remove them.
I mean, you have an issue with them, with a positive determination and negative impact? As long as he puts up his erosion control
I said,
and,
as long as the erosion control is there, I mean, you know, and then you're gonna take care of, like, afterwards, seeding or something,
Yes.
so that
Yes.
you have something to keep take the erosion control down.
Yep.
You don't want your then what's left of your yard that's not grass yet, so you're gonna have to seed it.
Yeah, so I have the barrier up, well, partway up, it's falling down, so we'll redo that again, and then Matt's gonna put up the rope too, around it, or bales of hay, whatever we need.
I mean, the rest of the work, Paul, as far as your walling, you're doing all that by hand, right?
Yes.
The wall
Yes.
you're building or whatever?
Yes, Matt Rail is gonna do the wall
Okay.
for us.
Yep. They delivered the,
Yes, yeah, already up there.
Okay. I mean, I don't have an issue with Nancy if you don't. I mean, he's gonna be careful with it, I mean,
I mean, he's been really good with, you know, he put up at least a silt fence, because he did tear down his old fireplace.
Yeah,
yep.
And so he had his little backhoe back in there, and I just said, please just put it up so that you're not,
oh,
you know,
You're a good boy, do what you're told.
and yeah, right away.
He usually
by
does.
afternoon, so, you know,
Okay. I mean, I don't have an issue with it,
there
you
they
know.
are.
You're late.
You're late.
All done.
Yeah.
All done. Yep. All signed and you're off and running.
No, it was at 6:30, but well done. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Are you back
Bye,
in town
Kelsey.
yet? Are you back in town yet?
Couple weeks.
Take care. Nancy, you wanna make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we do a positive determination with negative impact for 13 Cottage Road.
I'll second it.
do you guys need the copy of that was in the paper and that?
Yes.
Big-
Just give it to Jill so we can attach it.
Yeah,
Okay, motion was made and seconded to, issue 13 Cottage Road, Paul and Debbie Zablocki, a positive determination, negative impact for the installation of a patio and removal of 2 trees and a stump.
yeah, just the 2
Now-
stumps are coming.
Okay, now I got a question. If he's gonna side this house, do you wanna put the siding of the house in with this here, or do you want him to come back to do that?
Let me just put it in with this. I mean, if you're gonna do it within 3 years, why you
Yes,
don't wanna come
yes,
back?
yeah,
Pay for the whole thing all over again.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm all set with that.
So amend the motion, amend your motion just to say that you'll include the siding of the house with it too.
Okay. so I will amend my motion for the positive determination with a negative impact of the cutting of 2 trees and the stump removal, the installation of a retaining wall and patio, and siding of the cottage.
There's actually gonna be more than 2 trees cut. There's like 4, I believe, but only that one stump's coming out, that's it. Everything else is just gonna, like I said, it's gonna be above 3 feet or something.
Okay. Okay, motion is made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Unanimous.
You might as well do the siding, get the siding right now.
Yes, yes.
Just do it whenever.
You don't like that pretty pink color on the house?
I don't.
As long as you don't make it bright blue.
No.
You're going with the purple, right?
I'm going purple.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Your recommendation, that too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night. Sure.
I have a tree adjacent to the, where Jelly is gonna build, it's probably lot 9. I have a 40-foot right-of-way that
Oh,
goes
yeah,
down to
okay,
the
yeah.
lake. My name is Louis Tran.
Louis Tran, yeah.
Yeah.
Knew I recognized you.
Okay, and I have, the tree is leaning, a tree from Mark Rayler's property, when he owned that lot, came down and stripped all one side of a tree that I had that's 8 feet from the water. Now it's leaning towards the water, the root ball is beginning to show and come up. I'd like to get permission to cut it down before it hurts somebody.
I think that's a good idea.
If somebody cares to look at it or whatever the process is, I don't know what the process is.
Are you gonna remove the stump?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it gonna be done, let me ask you a question, is it gonna be done when Rayla's gonna be doing that? I don't, if you cut the trees,
If
one
I
thing?
can hire the same people to do it while the equipment is there, it's not a bad idea.
No, okay. Because you're abutting their lot, correct?
Right.
I mean, it would make sense to do it all at the same time, Nancy?
That's not the tree that fell down in the water.
No, it's right next to Mark
Where's that?
Rayler's fence. It's right adjacent to his fence, if somebody cares to go look at it. And it's leaning about 15 to 20 degrees from straight. And like I said, the root ball is beginning to turn, and you can see it coming up slowly a little bit. So next year or two, it's gonna come down. If not, if we don't take it down, it may come down on somebody, you know.
Okay. I mean, I don't have an issue with it, Nancy. You wanna go take a look at it, call me, whatever, and
Yeah, I'll just take a look.
if we're gonna do it, if he's gonna do it at the same time this is done, I mean,
Should I come back in a week or two, or?
no, I think Nancy can get a hold of you, we can have Jill call you, whatever, and,
Okay.
just give Jill your name and phone number, and she can call you once Nancy looks at it, and,
Yeah, no, it's right next to the fence, and I have a white storage box. It's discolored, but it was white, right behind it. And it's about 8 feet from the water, maybe 6 feet from the water. Okay? All right.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I just didn't know the process, I thought.
No, it's okay, Lord, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Okay, next is a continuation of Noble Street Notice of Intent. They want it continued again, and it was granted by Matt Carson, who was working for Summit Engineering, so I guess we need a motion to continue.
I'll make a motion to continue Noble Street notice of intent.
Second.
Okay, a motion is made and seconded to grant a continuation again for the Noble Street project, Notice of Intent. Do we know what lot that's for?
Yes,
It might say on this,
it says 30,
That's for a road?
Thank you. Thank you.
it's not saying
it doesn't say it.
Yes, for the road.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so we got a motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Unanimous. Continue to next meeting. Okay, Noble Street. Oh, this is the road, yep, right, got it. Here's the Okay, next on the agenda is 2 certificate of compliance for 30 Old Selfridge Road. This looks old.
Probably is, maybe they found some, because we had a lot of them last time.
I think that's what happened here, because this is real old. This is going back to '05.
Wow.
Was it? No.
It's Old Selfridge Road. It was never, it was recorded and everything, it was never released. It was done by Para.
Yeah, there's 2 owners for,
Yeah. They're looking to get them released, because it's... Yeah. What's the board's pleasure?
Are they doing any work over there?
I don't know that, George.
Has Matt looked at it?
The work regulated for the above water condition has been satisfactorily completed.
Is Matt's comment?
That was a comment by, Martin Rosenblatt.
Maybe we should have somebody investigate it and then,
I think so. I think we ought to do it. I think we ought to wait for
absolutely. You never know.
Matt,
Take a look at it. I mean, they waited this long, another 3 weeks isn't gonna make a difference.
Exactly. You never know what people are up to.
Did they say what the project was for?
this is 15 years old. Single-family dwelling on an existing lot. Assuming that somebody built a house, and the house got done, and they never filed for an order, and now they want to sell it, and they need these released before they can sell it.
Well, I think we should really look into it first.
Yep, I think we're gonna send. Yeah, we're gonna send Matt over to this, you know, 30 Old Selfridge Road, and just tell him that for the 2, certificate of compliance, just to give us a report on whether we can release it or not. And now we got, next is the acceptance of the May 12th.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented for May 12th, 2021.
Second.
Okay, a motion was made and seconded to accept the minutes of the May 12th, 2021 meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. You guys all signed the paper, right? Motion to adjourn, that's it? Jill, you have anything for us?
So moved.
I
No?
don't think so.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn?
Yep.
Second.
So moved at 6:40 PM. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Swallow shines.